Most of my most recent ayahuasca journey was excruciating. Not bad, not wicked, just challenging. I mean, truly, it was basically this well-choreographed and extravagant seizure for 15 hours straight. The experience wasn't just purging, though. The long waves of convulsions and cleansing were occasionally interspersed with utter magnificence and brilliance. For me to even try to describe some of the beauty of my visions would honestly end up trivializing them. And for you to understand just how meaningful they were to me would require that you understand and know every part of my journey on Earth, and ain't nobody got time for that. So instead, I'll just give you a sneak peek into the awe and splendor of just one such moment on my journey. It was a celebration of sorts, an ode to the work I've done and the places that I'm going. It was the first dose of medicine on the second night of my ceremony, and I was scared. My first night was filled with just such struggle and denial and energetic decontamination that I seriously considered not even going through with it again. I drank the medicine, settled back onto my mat, and began anticipating the spirit to coax me into its realm. 30 minutes of this or so, waiting and meditating and praying before liftoff occurred. The music began, which was almost immediately followed by my world becoming jewel-like. The space I entered shimmered with gold and opal, twisting and showering me with its aura. "Congratulations," I heard the spirit begin to say. "You stayed another night, very courageous." There was this sense of deep joy and love, and I bathed in that for a while until a new question arose in my mind. I have questions about karma, I thought. How does it work? And where am I along this long spiritual path? The landscape changed, and I was thrust into an arcing world of color and beings. There I saw a range of life, from bacteria, animals, humans, fairies, devas, gods, Buddhas, Christs, and everything in between. They were spread out on this map of consciousness, exactly like the one detailed by David Hawkins in his books. The whole vision existed like a spiraling rainbow xylophone. It was so unbelievably beautiful, so breathtakingly simple. We're all ascending to higher and higher octaves through the forces of desire and choice. I'll definitely go into more detail in a later video of how karma works, but the essence of this evolution is as follows. Thought, any thought, eventually manifests into reality. And whenever that reality occurs, it's not quite satisfying enough for us. That quality of not quite satisfying enough then generates another thought of desire, which then also eventually manifests into reality. On and on and on, billions or trillions of lifetimes until we've experienced and extinguished every single one of our desires and we end up like a Buddha or a Christ. Then asked Grandmother Aya about my own progress, and the train shifted once again. In this new psychological, spiritual arena, I was shown my own soul's meandering journey. It was almost like time was being turned on its head, me viewing lifetimes from the top down, rather than viewing it as some sort of linear sequence of events. Because of this perspective shift, I was able to get just the briefest of snapshots of all of my lives at once. Most of them were hazy and ill-defined, as though the universe would rather me not have that information yet, but a few of them, the ones I spent on Earth, were fairly clear. The Spirit showed me at what level I entered Earth from, and it showed me where I am today, 35-ish lifetimes later. It showed me all of the work I've put in during the intervening time, from battlefields to ascetic wandering, to monasteries, to dojos, to ashrams, to priesthoods. The feelings that accompanied these visions were sublime, rapturous excitement and bliss. As I saw life after life pass by, I was being sung to. The universe was cooing at my effort and determination. It was laughing and rejoicing in my progress. The message was clear. I had reached a checkpoint on my way home back to the divine. There was a long way to go, sure, but the journey would somehow be smoother now, easier, less confusion, more joy. This experience was victory. This was seeing the fruits of my labor finally come to bear. It was fully understanding how one's sacrifice of the ego can be transmuted or used for fuel for one's most perfect expression in life. Words can't even begin to describe the gratitude that filled my heart upon realizing that the universe is just going to do this again and again and again. We shouldn't fear the pain or the suffering. We shouldn't shy away from the challenge. Life has a very specific purpose for you and I, and it wants us, and I know that sounds strange, to follow the clues. And victory is so sweet. I mean, nothing on earth can even compare. Nothing. You can do this. You were born to succeed. You are here to triumph. This week's journal prompt is super simple. Why are you putting in the work? I mean, what do you believe is on the other side of all this self-improvement and the spiritual trials you're undergoing? Hey, if you enjoyed this video, consider joining one of my online classes with me. My live calendar is up to date and has plenty of great resources to aid you in your journey. Enjoy your week. We'll talk next Sunday. Peace.